The Great Resignation has become a defining term of the post-pandemic world, representing the mass exodus of employees from traditional work structures. Initially triggered by the COVID-19 pandemic, this phenomenon saw millions of workers worldwide reevaluate their careers, priorities, and values. Now, years later, we are witnessing a second wave, the Great Resignation 2.0. Unlike its predecessor, which was primarily fueled by immediate health concerns and economic uncertainty, this new wave is based in a deeper, more structural shift in the global workforce. Is this a step toward achieving work-life balance, or does it spell economic disruption? Here in this episode, we uncover the causes, effects, and future implications of the Great Resignation 2.0, exploring whether this paradigm shift signals a healthier society or presents challenges that could destabilize economies. Before we proceed, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Sociopedia. The COVID-19 pandemic reshaped the global workforce in unprecedented ways. Remote work became the norm, revealing the inefficiencies and rigidities of traditional office environments. Workers began prioritizing flexibility, mental health, and personal fulfillment over long hours and rigid schedules. While the initial wave of resignations in 2020 to 2021 was reactionary, the current wave is more deliberate. Employees are leaving jobs not out of immediate fear or exhaustion, but as part of a conscious effort to achieve long-term work-life balance. The workforce today is increasingly dominated by millennials and Gen Z, collectively comprising over 47% of the global population, both of whom hold fundamentally different values compared to previous generations. A survey conducted by Gallup in 2023 revealed that 72% of Generation Z workers prioritize flexibility and purpose over salary. For them, work is no longer just about survival or success. It is about alignment with personal values and lifestyles. Automation and artificial intelligence have redefined the roles available to workers. Many employees, feeling their skills are either undervalued or under threat from technology, are choosing to upskill or switch careers entirely. Platforms like Coursera and Udemy have reported significant increases in enrollment, reflecting a workforce that is no longer content to stay stagnant. However, the Great Resignation 2.0 is not without consequences. Its widespread effects are being felt across industries, impacting everything from productivity to inflation rates. Sectors like healthcare, education, and logistics have been hit particularly hard. According to the World Economic Forum Report 2024, nursing shortages have increased by 15% globally, and teaching positions remain unfilled at alarming rates. These shortages are disrupting essential services, leading to burnout among remaining employees and further aggravating the problem. Employers, desperate to fill vacancies, are offering higher salaries, better benefits, and signing bonuses. While this is beneficial for workers, it has contributed to rising costs for businesses, which are often passed on to consumers. The International Monetary Fund has warned that persistent wage inflation could destabilize global markets, especially in sectors where wages are rising faster than productivity. Countries with flexible labor laws and advanced technological infrastructure, such as Denmark and Singapore, are better equipped to handle the Great Resignation 2.0. Conversely, nations with rigid labor markets and poor digital adoption risk falling behind as they struggle to adapt. Equally, the Great Resignation 2.0 carries many cultural and social implications. The traditional definition of success, climbing the corporate ladder, has been replaced by a more personal metric, happiness and fulfillment. This shift has sparked debates about whether ambition is waning or simply evolving. The Great Resignation 2.0 has prompted workers to prioritize mental health. Many have turned to freelancing, gig work, or entrepreneurship, allowing for greater autonomy and reduced stress. However, the lack of stable income and benefits in these roles raises concerns about long-term sustainability. The Great Resignation 2.0 has also given rise to quiet quitting, wherein employees perform only the bare minimum required, reflecting a broader disengagement from work. Many workers are choosing not to leave jobs outright, but to mentally resign, leading to decreased workplace morale and productivity. Therefore, the resurgence of the Great Resignation has coincided with a growing demand for remote and hybrid work models. companies that insist on returning to traditional office setups are struggling to retain talent. For example, a survey by Microsoft in 2024 found that 61% of workers prefer hybrid work arrangements. Companies like Google and Meta, which initially pushed for a return to office culture, had to reverse policies after facing mass resignations. This indicates that flexibility is no longer a perk, but a necessity for retaining talent. To navigate the challenges of the Great Resignation 2.0, both employers and policymakers must adapt and provide employee mental health resources, flexible hours, and must move away from micromanagement and adopt empathetic leadership styles. Equally, governments should create safety nets for freelancers and gig workers, ensuring access to healthcare and retirement benefits. Updating curricula and encouraging businesses to adopt flexible models can lead to a more sustainable workforce. Altogether, the Great Resignation 2.0 is more than a workforce trend. It is a cultural and economic reset. Workers are demanding more from their jobs, not just higher wages, but fulfillment, flexibility, and respect. While this shift holds the promise of a healthier society, it also poses risks of economic disruption, particularly for industries that fail to adapt. Thanks for watching. Please do subscribe to our channel Sociopedia.